Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcasting to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, tension surrounding Jerusalem's Temple Mount continues to run high, even after Israel's decision to remove security measures that it installed at the site. Israel's parliament, the Knesset, passes a first of three votes needed to enact legislation that would set high thresholds for lawmakers that may seek in the future to concede parts of Jerusalem to the Palestinians under any final status agreement. Rising tension between Jordan and Israel after a deadly incident on July 23rd in the Israeli embassy complex in the city of Amman, after an Israeli security guard shot and killed two Jordanians in what Israel claims was in self-defense. Tension surrounding Jerusalem's Temple Mount continues to run high, even after Israel's decision to remove security measures that it installed at the site, including metal detectors, cameras, and steel barriers, that after two Israeli policemen were killed by Arab Islamists whom entered the ancient compound armed with concealed weapons. Israel's decision to install security infrastructure at the entrance to the Temple Mount provoked days of unrest, with violent clashes on the streets of East Jerusalem, the West Bank, as well as in neighboring Arab countries. The days of unrest reached its lowest point on July 21st when a Palestinian terrorist stabbed to death three Israelis, all members of the same family, in the West Bank settlement of Khalamish. The growing concern of the deteriorating situation prompted a decision by Israel's government to remove the security barriers installed, a move vocally condemned by the Israeli public as spineless. In response, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu voiced understanding of the public's dismay, yet emphasized that the move was a calculated decision.
אני קשוב לרגשות הציבור. אני מבין את התחושות. אני יודע שההחלטה שקיבלנו איננה החלטה קלה. ועם זאת, כראש ממשלת ישראל, כמי שנושא על כתפיו את האחריות לביטחון ישראל, עליי לקבל את ההחלטות בקור רוח ובשיקול דעת.
That said, Netanyahu noted that additional forces are currently mobilizing in and around Jerusalem's Old City to thwart any terror attacks or disturbances of the peace. The Israeli leader also took the opportunity to warn Israel's enemies that Jerusalem was well prepared to act with full force against any attempt to harm Israel's citizens.
בימים האחרונים הנחיתי לתגבר את כוחות הביטחון בהר הבית ובעיר העתיקה, זאת כדי למנוע פיגועים והפרות סדר וגם לפעול בתקיפות נגד פורעי חוק. אני אומר לאויבינו בכל החזיתות, צה"ל, השב"כ ומשטרת ישראל ערוכים לפעול בכל העוצמה נגד כל מי שינסה לפגוע באזרחינו, בחיילינו ובשוטרינו. כך פעלנו וכך נפעל.
Israel's removal of the metal detectors from the entrance to Jerusalem's Temple Mount in a bid to alleviate the tension was condemned by the Palestinian leadership as well as neighboring Arab countries as insufficient, with rhetoric heard from around the Muslim world accusing the Jewish state of unlawfully occupying the ancient compound, which is viewed by Sunni Muslims as the third holiest site in Islam, while ignoring the fact that the historic compound is revered as the holiest site for Jews. During a meeting of the Arab League in Egypt's capital, Cairo, the League's Secretary General Ahmed Abul Gheit declared Jerusalem as a red line that the Muslim world will not allow anyone to cross.
إن القدس خط أحمر لا نسمح لأي كان بتجاوزه ولا نقبل أن يكون واقع الاحتلال المرفوض منا ومن العالم أجمع مقدمة لتغيير الوضع القائم في هذه البقعة الشريفة المباركة.
While most Arab states voiced condemning rhetoric against the Jewish state, which they view as an illegal occupier of Muslim lands, Egypt voiced a more optimistic approach, hoping to see a relative calm persist while urging Israel to refrain from any actions that could once again deteriorate the sensitive situation.
تتطلع مصر لأن يستمر الهدوء الذي بدأ صباح اليوم في محيط الحرم القدسي الشريف وأن تمتنع إسرائيل عن القيام بأي إجراءات من شأنها عودة التوتر مرة أخرى.
Meanwhile, in Turkey, thousands of people rallied in the city of Istanbul over the weekend in protest of what they claimed were Israeli violations in Jerusalem and in support of the Palestinian people. The rally, which was organized by Turkey's Saadet party and was called the Big Jerusalem Meeting, saw thousands of Turks waving Turkish and Palestinian flags, as well as banners reading, "Down with the United States and Israel." Turkey was one of the most vocal countries in the region against Israel's security measures in Jerusalem, with President Recep Tayyip Erdogan warning Israel that it would suffer most from the dispute. Now to another matter concerning Jerusalem. Israel's parliament, the Knesset, passed a first of 3 votes needed to enact legislation that would set a high threshold for lawmakers that may seek in the future to concede parts of Jerusalem to the Palestinians under any final peace agreement. The proposed amendment to the basic Jerusalem law states that at least 80 of the Knesset's 120 lawmakers would have to vote in favor of any future proposal to cede parts of the city to another party, which under Israel's political system would practically make a concession impossible. Education Minister Naftali Bennett, who has the far-right Habayit Yehudi faction, declared the legislation imperative to assure Israel's sovereignty over Jerusalem's old city.
אז בואו לא נעבוד על עצמנו, על זה מדובר. כדי שחלילה לא נגיע עוד פעם למצב שנהיה מרחק נגיעה ממסירת 3/4 מהעיר העתיקה והר הבית והר הזיתים לידי הפלסטינים, החוק הזה הוא חיוני.
The status of Jerusalem is seen as one of the main stumbling blocks in U.S.-brokered Israeli-Palestinian peace talks that have been frozen since 2014. Palestinians demand East Jerusalem, which includes all of the Old City, under any final status agreement, a demand vehemently rejected by Israel, which declares Jerusalem as its indivisible and eternal capital. Now to another matter, tension between Jordan and Israel continues to run high after a deadly incident on July 23rd in the Israeli embassy complex in the city of Amman, in which 2 Jordanians were killed by an Israeli security guard who was reportedly injured from stab wounds. Israel argues that the guard acted in self-defense after one of the Jordanians, a 16-year-old teenager, attacked him with a screwdriver in what Israel described as a terrorist attack. Jordan rejected the allegation of terror, with King Abdullah, who visited the family of the Jordanian teenager, demanding of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to put the Israeli security guard on trial, while warning that the relations between the neighboring states were at risk. Meanwhile, in front of the Israeli embassy in the Jordanian capital, hundreds of Jordanians gathered in protest of the deadly incident, urging their government to end all diplomatic relations with the Jewish state while chanting "Death to Israel."
هذه الوقفة عنوانها الرئيسي هو كنس سفارة العار، سفارة الكيان الصهيوني من عاصمتنا عمان، وبنفس الوقت التأكيد على إسقاط معاهدة الذرة العار، معاهدة وادي عربة. هذه الوقفات ستستمر ولن تتوقف، لأن الكرامة الوطنية خط أحمر بالنسبة لنا، ويجب أن يفهموا ذلك الصهاينة.
Even though many within Jordan's political ranks sought to politicize the incident with the aim of severing the ties with Israel, with 75 parliament members signing a petition demanding the expulsion of the Israeli embassy from the Hashemite kingdom, among other measures. The country's foreign minister, Ayman Safadi, however, emphasized that the matter would be handled as a criminal case to ensure that justice is served. Thank you for watching us. Praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem. I'm Jonathan Hassan. Have Erev Tov, and we will see you again tomorrow at the same time.
In order to donate to TV7 Israel News, please follow these simple steps. First, press the Donate logo located at the bottom left side of TV7 Israel News Facebook page, or on the Donate tab at the head of the page. Then insert the amount you'd like to donate, and fill in your credit card information. Just like this. And press Review Donation and continue. After reviewing your donation details, please press Donate to finalize your donation. That's it! Your donation is now complete, and an email with your donation details has been sent to your email address. You can also print your donation receipt by pressing the link here. Thank you for supporting TV7 Israel News.